Okay, now we're going to make a famous old granny square. Again, we need the little loop on our hook. And we need a chain. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to come around and join this back into the first one to make a circle. Now to start, we're going to chain 3. That counts as your first double crochet. Now we're going to make 2 double crochets. Remember, yarn over through the hole, bring it through, over through 2, over through 2, over the hook, down in the circle, bring it through, over through 2, and over through 2. Now we have 2 double crochets and a chain 3, which makes 3. Now between each one you're going to chain 1 down in the hole, bring it through the 2, through the 2. That thing won't stay. Don't unwind. Okay, maybe I should have. Okay, let's go back to where we finished the first 3. We chained 1, let's chain another so you can see between. Now we yarn over, down through the hole, over and bring it through, over through 2, over through 2. Yarn over, down through the hole, over through the hole, through 2, through 2. And do it again, because you need 3 in each group. Now we chain 2. We're going to have 4 groups here. There's 1, 2, 3. Now we chain 2. The yarn don't split. Now we're going to make 3 more double crochets into this circle. Now we're going to end and join. 1, 2. Now we go right up this one where 1, 2, 3 chains were made, and we slip stitch in that first chain, bring it right through, and that's a slip stitch. Now to continue on and do some different colors, we're going to chain 1 and cut this. And you don't want to leave too long a string, just a short string. Okay. Now, you go down in the back here and bring that down in to get rid of that little end up there, because we don't want it showing up there. So we pull it down there. Now we're going to change to a red. Now when you start this, I have learned a little trick along the way, and sometimes people do it and sometimes they don't. I go in the hook, in the hole, put your yarn like this. See how it's kind of doubled? Then you pick it up through the top of this, you bring it through. Now you start chaining, because you need a chain 3 to start for your first double. There's 1, you're holding those 2 together, 2, 3. Now you've basically almost got rid of that little tail. Now we need 2 double crochets in here. Now we're going to chain 2 again for the corner and make 3 more double crochets in that same hole. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to chain 2 And we're going to move over to the next series. See, there's 1, 2, 3 there. Now there's a little hole right there, and that's the one we're aiming for. Pull your yarn through, and we're going to make 6 more double crochets. What it will be is 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets to make the corners. One, 2. Now we're going over to the next hole, which is right there, and make 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets to make another corner. See how this is getting square? That's what they call a granny square. So we have one last one to make. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets. Now when you're ending your rows, as a rule, you will end with a chain in order to join where you started. So we chain 2. Now we go up this 1, 2, 3 and slip stitch right in the top where we put the yarn over, bring it through what's on the hook. One chain back to variegated. Okay, now you chain 1, and that sort of ties a knot. Because if you don't chain that 1, sometimes you get lost. And then you don't cut it too long, but you want it long enough that if for some reason that might come out, you got something to sew it back. You don't cut it off right down close. But you need a little bit here, because if that should come undone, and I've repaired more than you care to know about, because they were cut down too close. Again, I'll just put this one in the back, but as a rule we take a needle and work it back through so you don't see it. I don't know how Stephanie does hers. Now, this time we're going to see, we ended right here, so we're going to start in this corner. Again, folding your yarn so you have a little loop. You go through the hole, bring it through, continue holding those 2 together, start making your chain. There's 1, 2, 3. See, that more or less takes care of your little end there. Now we need 2 here to complete the 3. And we chain our 2. Go back down in that same hole, make 3 more. Now you can continue this square as big as you want it. Now we chain 2. Now you see, this time we only have one little loop here. We don't, have like we had on the corner. So in here you're only going to make the 3 double crochets. And then we chain 2 to get over to the next corner, which is over here. One, 2, make 3 more. See, you got to have a corner here. You can't just make the 2 and keep on going, because it would just kind of pucker and it wouldn't lay flat. chain 2, and see, now this is on the side, so we're only going to put one of those. Now these these 3 double crochets often are mentioned as a shell, so this would be a single shell. On the corner you have 2 of these, so that would be called a double shell with a chain 2 in between. Again, we're coming to a side, which only takes the 1 shell or 3 double crochets. Now we're at the corner. See, there's 2 in there. Now we're at the side again where it only takes 1 shell. Now we're coming to the joining. There's 1, 2, count up the 1, 2, 3, bring it through, right through there, and chain your 1. And so on. You can just keep on going as much as you want to. This completes your granny square unless you want to go further. I usually go this far then I take a neutral, or well, I call it neutral color, either black or white or something, and go around the squares and then put them together.